Hey nerds, what's up? I feel like I'm filming like a spooky video because I have some weird lighting. I don't know, like I guess that's maybe a little better, a little bit less harsh, but it's just dark. Anyways, I'm filming in the evening, which is why I'm using like a new lighting system that I have, but clearly it's not that great. I don't know. I just feel like it's really harsh. Like, the colors look good from what I'm seeing, but it's really dark. I'm gonna leave it like it is. My battery, of course, is dying. So I am filming my TBR today, so let's get into it. March, oh my gosh, my birthday month, the year anniversary of going into lockdown. There's a lot. But I really want to do, I don't know if this is a thing, because I know there's ARC August, but I want to do March, but like ARC, March. So I'm going to be focusing on ARCs this month, but then I'm also going to be participating in 2.5, 3 readathons. So I'm going to be participating in Galleathon just because it also matches with March. So I'm going to be lightly participating in Galleathon. I don't know if they have challenges, but I don't think I'm going to focus on them. I'm just going to read that week with everyone. And then Becca from Becca in the Books is doing Bookopolathon, and that's taking place March 20th and the 21st in GMT, and I'm Pacific Standard Time, so that, I don't know how well that's going to go, just because like I'm not going to sacrifice my sleeping schedule for participation of a readathon. That's not where I'm at in life, but I do want to participate, and it's all live, so I'm going to try to hop on to as many reading sprints and such that are going on throughout that weekend. And then lastly, I have a readathon myself that I'm going to be hosting. So I am hosting a new readathon called Touching My Shelf, and it's going to be March 27th through April 1st. It's right after my birthday. My birthday's on the 26th, so I have the whole week off, and I'm so excited to be, well, not the whole week. I have most of the week off. I have 5 days of it off. And, like, obviously can't really do much to celebrate my birthday, so why not host a readathon? So there will be a TBR and, like, full explanation of all of the challenges and everything, but the goal of Touching My Shelf is going to be only touching your shelves. You get it? So, of course, if you read mostly on Kindle, then touch those shelves. Or if you also are, more minimalist and you don't have a lot of books, or you don't have access to a lot of books, then that's okay too. If you have access to a library or something, and you can, whether you go into a library and you're able to do that because of COVID, or if you're just scrolling through their stuff, the point is to not put anything on hold or buy anything new for the readathon. So trying to fit the challenges in with what is on your shelves. And of course, I'm never too much of a stickler when it comes to like readathon challenges. Obviously, like if they help you out to pick something more, like something you've been wanting to read but that you haven't gravitated towards yet, that's always like the goal. So if it's not perfectly aligned with a challenge, then who cares? Like I just want to be reading books that I have on my shelf. So I have my TBR picked out already, but it'll be coming later in the month. And like I said, in that video, you'll get more of the challenges and everything, but I'm so excited for it, and I hope you guys will want to participate. The Twitter is Touch My Shelf, and the Instagram is Touching My Shelf. And so I'll be posting random things on both of those places. All the information will be on the Twitter, and then on Instagram, I'm hoping to be able to like kind of use it as a bookstagram in general, I think, but we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what's going on as far as readathons go. Moving into my general March TBR. So of course I do need to read the Best Books Club books. So I'm going to be changing the way that the Best Books Club works. So far we've been doing Zooms, which I'm still going to be doing, and then I've been recording it and posting it on my channel, but I'm not going to do that anymore. So I want everyone to know that like the Zoom is going to be as safe a place as possible. If you don't want to use your video but you want to come hang out in the chat, that's fine. If you want to not use your video but only use your voice, that's fine, or however works best for you to want to participate, like that's what I want. And it's not going to be recorded, so it won't be anywhere on the internet to watch back. What I'm going to do instead is do a reading vlog for each particular book and give my spoilery thoughts throughout that reading vlog, and then I'll try to hopefully post that the same weekend of the Best Books Club, like the Monday after the Saturday. So the March Best Books Club book is Midnight Library, and this one won the 2020 fantasy section, I think. So this is a book about a girl or woman who is able to like go into this library that somebody like takes her to in order to see all the different avenues of if she had done something differently in her life, where she would be at now. And I know that this book follows a woman who's dealing with like suicidal ideation and like suicidal ideation. I don't know if there's anything on the page as far as like actual attempts or self-harm or anything like that, but I know that's a big topic of the book, so keep an eye out on that trigger warning if that's something that you're not interested in reading. But I'm really excited about this one. I've heard really good things, and I've heard that it's like I've heard that it's very lyrical, so I'm excited about that. I also really want to read The Starless Sea, which it reminds me a lot of, but I haven't gotten to that book yet. So definitely have to read that one. The Zoom is going to be on March 20th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the ID and everything is down below. So come hang out. Again, won't be recorded, so if you miss it, you miss it. But I hope that you'll come and hang out. And then moving into the other books that I want to read that are all ARCs. So I have all of these from NetGalley. And most of them are at this point either backlist or they're coming out in March or the very, very beginning of April. I don't know a lot about these books either because I suck. So I have Little Cruelties, which as far as I understand is an adult thriller. And then I have Skywatchers, which is a young adult sci-fi. I have Last Night at the Telegraph Club, which a lot of people have been talking about. This one is a historical fiction, and I think it's sapphic, but I know it's queer at least. And it's set in like the 70s, I think, in San Francisco, I think. And then I have The Girls I've Been, which I think is a thriller, but I'm not 100% sure. I have The Wide Starlight, which is magical realism. I'm a little bit nervous, and it's young adult. And then I have Tell Me My Name. I don't remember what genre this one is at all, honestly. And lastly, I have Our Last Echoes, which I'm pretty sure is either a mystery or a thriller. So those are all of the ARCs that I want to get to in the month of March. And then I need to pull out a TBR Jar challenge. So in February, my TBR Jar challenge was to read a self-help book. So in my wrap-up coming up, you'll hear more about the book that I ended up reading for that, which was Unfuck Yourself by Gary Jacob Bishop, or Gary John Bishop. I don't know, whatever his name is, but you'll hear more about that in my wrap-up coming up. So this is going to be the challenge. Read for 10 minutes every day before bed or in the morning. Oh, okay. So I don't have to read another book, which is a good thing for me because this month is going to be a lot. Like I said, that's already 8 books on top of my TBR, Touching Your Shelf TBR, which is completely separate. None of them are on it. So that's good. I'm glad about that. So 10 minutes in the morning or at night, ideally both. But actually, I have been doing this for the most part at night. So maybe I'll challenge myself to also, even if I read at night, read the next morning because I tend to end up getting on my phone. So I think that's what I'll challenge myself to. And then, last but not least, Goodreads TBR. It's back. So in January of 2021, we did our Goodreads challenge, and it was The Vanishing Half by Brett Bennett, which is also a Goodreads Choice Award for 2020, so it might show up in our Best Books Club. You guys get to help pick the next set of books that we'll do in a poll when you guys come to the book club. So please come to the Zoom. Best Books Club, let's do it. So this was the January book that got picked. And I ended up reading it at the beginning of February, so that's why I did not have a Goodreads TBR pick for February. But we're going to open up Goodreads My Goodreads TBR challenge is I will random number generate from 1 to the amount of books that are on my Goodreads TBR. So this is all of the books in the last 6 years. I do go through it every once in a while to make sure I'm still interested in the books, but it's a lot of books. And so I just randomly pick 3 numbers, and then I'll put it in a poll for you guys to pick which one I need to read this month. So let's pull up a random generator. So we're recording the screen record. I have 570 books on my entire TBR on Goodreads. The TBR on Goodreads includes everything that I haven't read yet on my shelves, but it's also other books too. So number 386. 386 is Alone Together, Why We Expect More from Technology and Less from Each Other. So consider Facebook, it's human contact, only easier to get engaged with and easier to avoid. Developing technology promises closeness. Sometimes it delivers, but much of the modern life leaves us less connected with people and more connected to simulations of them. I think I put this on my TBR after I watched. It was a documentary all about social stuff. Next, number 239. I always love when the numbers are pretty far apart. The How and the Why by Cynthia Hand. Okay, alright, let's see what this one is. A poignant exploration of family and the ties that bind. Perfect for fans of Far From the Tree, which I really, really want to read. Today, Molly had us writing letters to our baby. Cassandra, I hate when people have my name in books. Cassandra has the best parents a girl could ask for. 18 years ago, someone wrote Cass a series of letters, and they may have just told the answers Cass has been searching for. I am upset that the main character is Cass, but okay, The How and the Why. The How and the Why. I love books about, the fact that the, quote at the beginning is a poignant exploration of family and the ties that bind. I love when books focus on the family relationship and dynamic. It's just really fun to me. Okay. Last one is 197. So let's see. I also like doing this challenge because it makes me look at my books. Ooh. Oh, this is the one that I'm excited for. The last book of an option is Sleeping Giants by Sylvia Neuville. So, a girl named Rose is hiding her bike near home in Deadwood, South Dakota when she falls through the earth. She wakes up at the bottom of a square-shaped hole, its walls glowing with intricate carvings. But the firemen who come to save her peer down upon something even stranger, a little girl in the palm of a giant metal hand. And then 17 years pass and the story begins. I want to read this. I've heard it's so good, especially in audiobook form, because the style of narration in here is dash somebody's talking, and so it's more like a script, I guess. And I heard that the audiobook is really, really well done. So I definitely would be very happy if you guys picked this one, but all of them do sound good. It's just this one is definitely higher up on my list. But of course, you guys have the control. So those are the 3 books for my Goodreads TBR that you guys have to pick. Again, there will be a poll, and I'll post it. And I really wish that I could link it up in the cards, but YouTube changed that, so whatever. So I will post that poll here, and I will also post it on Twitter. Please only vote in one, because that way I can count them all together. So whichever one you happen to see first. It doesn't matter where you vote, but vote only in one, please. We have a nonfiction, Alone Together. We have The How and the Why, which seems to be a familial, maybe generational story. I'm not sure if it's generational, but it seems like it might be, but it's probably contemporary. And then we have a science fiction. All great choices. So those are all the books that I want to read in March. Obviously, this video doesn't have a lot of details in it, and I'm so sorry for that. But I promise that whatever I do read, I will give you all of the details then. So My next video will be my wrap up, I believe, so it's coming up and you'll be able to see everything I read in February. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I make videos every Saturday and Monday, so I'll see you guys soon with a new one. Peace out. Bye.